Well, hello there. Hello, welcome in. I am Dean the Turkey Legster, and it's Thursday night, and I'm live for the first time in forever. I've missed this so much, reading stories for you all on YouTube, and I'm back after a few months to do stories. This is Storyland. You have known this show in the past as Once Upon a Turkey Leg. It is now called Storyland. Once Upon a Turkey Leg is no more. It has been retired. The name I've enjoyed doing the show under that name for a few years, and I just thought it was time to rename this this concept. While I bring it back, the summer was kind of a re-evaluating period for the channel and for this stream. And so here it is. This is the Turkey Legsters Storyland, and I'm excited to continue the stories going into the fall here, winter, spring, summer, all that good stuff. Let me say hello to some friends in the chat, and then I'll just chat a minute, and then we're gonna get on with the stories. I'm gonna talk a little bit about what I'm hoping to do with the show in the near future and through the at least through the end of the year. Some thoughts that I've got. Plymouth Rock, hello, welcome in. Great to have you. Tina McNeil, hello, welcome in. Great to have you. And Chuck, hello, Chuck, welcome in. Gloria Thibodeau, welcome in. Great to see you in tonight, Gloria. I know more people will pop in here as the stream goes on, and I'm gonna get going with the stories because that's what we're here for in just a moment. But I do want to talk about what I'm doing with the show and what the format is, and just to kind of review with everybody just really quickly. So, Storyland, the Turkey Legsters Storyland, is a brand new name, as I've mentioned, for this concept, for the show that used to be called Once Upon a Turkey Leg. As it's gonna be stories. I'm going live at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's gonna be most Thursdays. I say most Thursdays because I'm giving myself leeway if I ever need to take a week off, if I'm under the weather, something happens, etc. I'm not committing to being here rain or shine. Basically, I will commit to being here um, most of the weeks, if that makes sense. But this is your place for stories. My intention for this stream is to go live here, give a place for you to hang out here in the evenings. Um, and I'm going to read two stories. Most of the time, they are going to be Disney. I may read Peanuts. I love to read the Peanuts. I love the Peanuts. There may be other story series, other stories, favorite stories that I may explore. Um, so I'm looking at some options for that. But here at the outset, I'm looking at a bunch of Disney stuff. Going into the holidays, of course, we're gonna have, coming up in October, I'm gonna have at least one night of Halloween stories. There'll be The Great Pumpkin from the Peanuts. That's a favorite of mine and a favorite of a lot of you guys. There'll be, of course, a Thanksgiving night show. I'm not taking the Thursday off just because it's Thanksgiving. Depending on what I'm doing on Thanksgiving, I mean, that show may bump a little later, but we've got plenty of time before that comes. Then, of course, Christmas. Who doesn't want to hear Christmas stories? I will have Christmas stories for you right here when we get to December and all that's coming up. I'm really excited for it. All right, guys. So tonight's the story that I'm reading is a Disney favorite. Um, I don't think you can quite call it a Disney classic yet, but it's definitely a Disney favorite. And I picked this one for tonight's stream, the first stream under Storyland, because this was the first story that I read when I first started doing Once Upon a Turkey Leg. And I'm talking none other than Frozen. So I'm reading Frozen tonight as well as a story that features the characters from Frozen. And then we will continue on with more favorites and more classics from the world of Disney. So without further ado, everyone sit back, sit tight, relax. We're reading stories now, and here we go. Disney's Frozen. When Princess Elsa and Princess Anna of Arendelle were little girls, they were the best of friends. Anna was one of the only people who knew Elsa's secret. Elsa had the power to make snow and ice with just her hands. One night, Elsa filled an empty ballroom with snow. The sisters played together, building a snowman, sledding, and ice skating. But as they played, Elsa lost control. She accidentally hit Anna with a blast of icy magic. Anna was badly hurt, so her parents went to the ancient mountain trolls for help. Yeah, so her parents went to the ancient mountain trolls for help. There, a wise old troll told them that Anna could be saved. She was lucky to have been hit in the head, not the heart. Even though Anna got better, her parents worried that people would fear Anna's powers. To keep her gift a secret, they surrounded the castle with walls and never let anyone inside. But whenever Elsa had strong feelings, the magic still spilled out. Elsa didn't want to hurt her sister again, so she never played with Anna. That made Anna feel very lonely. And she felt even more alone after their parents were lost in a storm at sea. Howdy, Dawn. Welcome in. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Years later, it was time for Elsa to become Queen of Arendelle. For just that day, the castle gates were open. Hundreds of people attended the crowning ceremony. Elsa worked hard to hide her feelings and her powers. At the party, Anna danced with Prince Hans from the Southern Isles. It seemed like they had everything in common. Since the gates were open for just one day, they knew this was their only chance to be together. Can I say something crazy? Will you marry me? Hans asked. Without hesitating, Anna said yes. They went off to ask Elsa for her blessing. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. But Elsa's reply to their marriage was unexpected. You can't marry a man you just met. My answer is no, Elsa said. Anna couldn't believe it. Why do you shut me out? What are you so afraid of? Elsa started to lose control. Enough, she shouted as ice shot from her hands. Everyone stared at Elsa in shock. Now all of Arendelle knew Elsa's secret. She panicked and fled for the mountains. Oh no. Mandy Adams, welcome in. Hello. Welcome in. Anna felt horrible. Elsa's out of control powers had created a terrible winter storm in the middle of summer. I'll bring her back and I'll make this right. She left Hans in charge of the kingdom and raced after Elsa. Luckily, Anna met an ice harvester named Kristoff and his reindeer friend Sven. She asked them for help. Together, they set off to look for Elsa. Mm. As they climbed the North Mountain, they discovered a beautiful winter wonderland. There, they met an enchanted snowman named Olaf. Olaf knew where Elsa was. He agreed to take them to her. He led them to a giant ice palace that Elsa had created with her powers. Elsa told Olaf, Sven, and Kristoff to stay outside while she talked to Elsa. Let me show you this picture. There's Olaf there. And then here they are going to Elsa's ice palace. Meanwhile, back in Arendelle, Hans was worried about. Wait. Meanwhile, back in Arendelle, Hans was worried Prince Anna was in trouble. He, along with a group of soldiers, set out in search of Anna and Elsa. Once inside, Anna found Elsa. Anna told her sister about the terrible storm in Arendelle. It's okay. You can just unfreeze it. Elsa looked worried, saying, I don't know how. Elsa thought if she went back, she might accidentally make it worse. Anna tried to convince Elsa to come home, but Elsa was too scared that she would hurt more people. As Elsa argued with her sister, an icy wave of magic burst from her body and struck Anna in her chest. Anna still refused to leave Elsa, though. Oh my. Elsa used her magic to create a huge snowman to chase Anna and her friends out. Kristoff noticed Anna's hair was turning snowy white. He knew the trolls could help Anna. One troll told them that Elsa had struck Anna's heart. If the magic was not reversed, Anna would be frozen solid. Only an act of true love could thaw a frozen heart. Anna knew she loved Hans, Maybe a kiss from him would work. Anna and her friends hurried toward Arendelle. And there's the snow monster. Soon afterward, Elsa received some other unwanted visitors. Hans had gathered a group of soldiers to attack Elsa. Elsa defended herself well. Hans cried out to her, "Queen Elsa, don't be the monster they fear you are." There's Elsa on the defense. Elsa paused, and in her moment of doubt, she was knocked out. The attackers brought her back to Arendelle and threw her in the dungeon. When Anna arrived at the kingdom, she said goodbye to Kristoff, Sven, and Olaf. She raced to see Hans. As soon as they were alone, Anna asked Hans to save her with a kiss, but Hans refused. Anna realized he had only pretended to love her. He wanted to take over Arendelle by getting rid of Anna and Elsa. All that was left now was to get rid of Elsa. Uh-huh. Summer will return, and the kingdom will be mine, Hans declared. Luckily, Olaf found Anna and helped her warm up by the fire. But she was still getting weaker and weaker. As Anna told him about Hans' evil plan, Olaf saw Kristoff returning. He realized Kristoff was the true love who could save Anna. Meanwhile, Elsa had escaped from the dungeon, but Hans was close behind her. "Elsa, you can't run from this," Hans said to Elsa about her magic blast to Anna's heart. "I tried to save her, but it was too late." Oh, I think that was Hans. "I tried to save her, but it was too late." Elsa was struck with sadness and collapsed in the snow. Everything she had done to protect her sister had failed, and it was all her fault. Nearby, Anna was hurrying toward Kristoff when she heard the clang of Hans' sword. She turned and saw her sister, Elsa, was in danger. My, oh my. Instead of saving herself and running to Kristoff, Anna leaped in front of her sister. "No!" Anna shouted, blocking Hans' sword. Hans' sword shattered against Anna's frozen body. She had turned to solid ice. Oh no. Elsa clutched her sister. "Oh, Anna, no! Please, no!" Suddenly, Anna began to thaw. Her arms, warm again, reached around Elsa. The two sisters hugged. As Olaf watched them, he remembered what the wise old troll had said. An act of true love will thaw a frozen heart. Anna's love for Elsa had saved both of them and the kingdom. Hans was astonished to see Anna alive. But Anna, Elsa froze your heart. The only frozen heart around here is yours, Anna replied, and sent him reeling with one punch. Elsa realized that love could bring back summer. Soon everything was the way it was supposed to be. Summer returned to Arendelle, and Elsa even made Olaf a little snow cloud to keep him from melting. And most importantly, Anna and Elsa were best friends again. That is the end of Frozen, the first story tonight. Don't go. There's a second story. This is with our friends from Frozen. This is Olaf's Perfect Day. It is, of course, a little golden book, and I will continue with that in just a moment. Let me grab a quick little sip of water. All right. Now, Olaf's Perfect Day. If I can open the book. There we go. Olaf's Perfect Day is by Jessica Julius, illustrated by the Disney Storybook Art Team. Summer had finally arrived in Arendelle. The warm weather was nice, but one day it was especially hot. Most of the villagers wanted to stay inside where it was cool. Ooh, we know about those days in Florida. But not Olaf. He could hardly wait to get outside. This was the kind of day he had always dreamed of. Olaf ran into Princess Anna's room. Anna, Anna, he shouted, it's the perfect summery day. Let's go outside and play. Anna groaned. It's so hot and sticky out, Olaf. But she had to smile when she saw Olaf's hopeful face. Together, Olaf and Anna went to look for Queen Elsa. They found her in the great hall, talking to a visiting dignitary. Ooh. Olaf shyly introduced himself. Hi, my name is Olaf and I like warm hugs. Hello, the dignitary stuttered in surprise. He had never seen a talking snowman before. Olaf turned to Elsa. And today is the best day for warm hugs because it's sunny and hot. Can we please go play in the sunshine? Elsa laughed. That sounds like fun, Olaf. How about a picnic on the shore of the fjord? Suggested Anna. Olaf raised his hands with glee. Oh, I love picnics. Anna, Elsa, and Olaf headed to the royal kitchen for picnic supplies. They found Gerda, one of the castle servants, with her head in the icebox. Gerda, what on earth are you doing? Asked Elsa. Gerda closed the icebox door. I'm trying to keep cool. Olaf giggled. Did you bake cookies today? He asked. They'd be great to bring on our picnic. Gerda shook her head. Oh, it's much too hot for baking. How about ice cold lemonade instead? Elsa suggested to the snowman. Oh, I love lemonade, Olaf cheered. I love lemonade too. Olaf, Anna, and Elsa set off for their picnic adventure. They arrived at the royal gardens, where a few children were laying around, too hot to play games. Olaf ran over to greet them. Hi, my name is Olaf. What, don't you just love summer? The children watched as Olaf chased butterflies and blew the fuzz off some dandelions. Soon everyone joined in the fun. After a while, Anna plopped down on the grass. Whew! I'm ready for our picnic. Elsa agreed. Yes, let's head to the docks. Then we can sail to the fjord. Olaf, who had been chasing a bumblebee, stopped in his tracks. I've always wanted to go sailing. At the docks, Anna and Elsa chose a beautiful sailboat. Olaf hummed happily as he steered the boat. Oh boy. When they reached the shore, Anna set up the picnic, but Olaf couldn't sit still. I just love the feeling of sand on my snow, he squealed, making a sand angel. Anna took off her shoes and wiggled her toes. Oh, goodness, that is, hot, she squeaked. She tiptoed to the fjord's edge and let the cool water wash over her feet. Ah, that's better. The three friends spent the whole afternoon playing in the summer sun. They built sand people and sand castles. They chased waves. They even danced with seagulls. There's the sand people. There's a sand castle. Here's the waves, and there's the seagulls. And finally, when they tired themselves out, Anna, Elsa, and Olaf had a picnic on the shore of the fjord. Hands down, this is the best day of my life, said Olaf. As they sailed back to Arendelle, Olaf admired the colors of the sunset. I wish I could hug the summer sun, he said. I bet it would feel wonderful. Back at the docks, Kristoff and Sven were waiting for their friends. They had spent the afternoon working, and their sled was full of ice. In summer? Anna jumped out of the boat and flung her body against the cold blocks. Oh, and I am glad to see you. Oh, I am glad to see you. Sorry, I should inflect better. Olaf told Kristoff and Sven all about their wonderful day. I wish it could be I wish it could always be summer, he said. Summer is wonderful, Elsa agreed, smiling at her sister. But tomorrow I predict a chance of snow. I wonder why that is. And that is the end of Olaf's Perfect Day. That's a fun story. I don't know if I've ever read that on the channel before. Jason Thibodeau, welcome in, welcome in. And, well, that, my friends, is our second and final story here on the show tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Um, Next week I'll be back. I'll have more Disney favorites. And that's going to be the theme all through um, the month of September. And then I'm going to look at October. And yeah, so just stay tuned. Every Thursday, I'll be here. I'll be here, and I hope you'll be here as well. Um, Join me on on the channel Tuesday night. It's going to be Let's Talk Turkey at 8 o'clock p.m. We're going to chit chat about something. I'm not sure what, but I'll have something dreamed up by then. And yeah. I do want to, Tina, I know you said something about BRB earlier. So I can only do the BRB on Prism when I'm on the mobile streams, like in the parks, because I'm on the computer here on StreamYard. I don't have um, the ability to play videos and my stuff here on the stream when I'm using StreamYard. So unfortunately, kind of looking at maybe see if there's another platform that that's more financially um, will allow me to do stuff like that. StreamYard has the ability to do an intro and an outro video, I think. But again, you have to have the paid levels, one of the paid levels, and the next up level from the free version is like it's like $25, $26 a month, and or $30. I'm not sure what it is, but it's way more than I would be willing to pay per month, you know. So anyway, that's just a little programming note about that. When I'm, in the parks and I'm on my using my phone to stream, I can definitely do that. Um, so now if it was like 25 or 30 for an entire year, yeah, I would jump on that. I would go ahead and I would do that. But yeah, I wouldn't spend that kind of money on per month, especially now when I don't really have an income. Um, so. All right, guys, that's it. That's Storyland, the Turkey Legster Storyland, every Thursday at 8 p.m. I hope you enjoyed the stories. Um, Thank you, everyone, for being here and watching, everyone watching live, and of course, everyone watching the replay. Leave me a comment. Let me know that you watched. Everyone, make sure you pop that like button. And take care, guys. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye. Da 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 da.